Happy 2021 to each of you. Let's hope for better things, big and small, as we make our way closer to a vaccine and out of the pandemic. Since it looks like we're still in it for the long haul, reading and listening to stories is, hands down, a solid way to enjoy a virtual escape. With the new year here, newer titles are in and on order, with a solid variety to choose from, available online at wccls.org using your library card. If you're new to this program, welcome to Book Bites, Middle School Morsels, a Hillsborough Public Library online program where I share quick reviews of new titles that I think will whet your appetite and broaden your interior horizons. I'm Laura Mikowski, and I'm so ready to dig in once more. Let's take a look. Physically browsing the news shelf to see what's arrived and may become your next favorite read is something that is certainly missed by most of you, our beloved public and patrons. Since I order the collection, looking over new arrivals to see if we are on target is always at the forefront of what I do here. What did I find recently that looked good enough to share? Animals. Animals as the lead are everywhere. They are the stars of the story, some with a hint of sci-fi attached to them, and A Whale in the Wild, written by nationally celebrated and local Portland author Roseanne Perry, is one of the year's best. I'm not the only one to think so. I was thrilled to see this title getting recognition by the Washington Post as part of their Best of 2020 list. Scott Ostler, a renowned California sports columnist, makes his debut with Bouncing Back. I love when stories grant us the opportunity to explore lives outside our own, and this new basketball tale does just that. It slam-dunked me into awareness and so much more. Carlos is a paraplegic teen struggling to redefine all that he had previously been, with lots of action taking place both on and off the court. And finally, because I know so many of you are active participants in RPG, this one is right up your alley. Homerooms and Hall Passes, a new series by Tom O'Donnell that upends D&D and is an adventure you could not have imagined, where the ordinary becomes the extraordinary. Let's dig a little deeper. Look at that cover. With beautiful illustrations located throughout, this already amazing tale becomes extraordinary with their inclusion. As Pacific Northwesterners, this story is easy to connect with since it's set up north in the Salish Sea. If you heard of the San Juan Islands, you're sure to want to explore the area because in this tale, you'll be swimming right along with an incredible neighbor, the orca whale. Vega and her brother, Deneb, are separated from their pod, and for orcas, the results can be life-threatening and disastrous. It's a new look at their unusual and unexpected encounters, and we soon learn how quickly the life of an orca moves between highs and lows. I loved exploring how similar we are. What motivated them is quite similar to what motivates you and I: safety, comfort, fellowship, and food. The why they are separated, the journey they take, and the impact of their water environment are all at play and beautifully portrayed here with zero sentimentality. Perry provides the opportunity to get inside an orca's life, and in doing so imparts wisdom, awareness, and caution that is needed to survive pod life and recognize the current direction it's taking in our changed and changing world. This one's not to be missed. If you're looking for fast play action and didn't think professional sports did enough for you this year, Scott Ostler's Bouncing Back might be the ticket you've been waiting for. Carlos Cooper gets more than he bargained for when he's introduced to the game he loved before his accident, basketball, but now he'll be playing in a wheelchair. Will the former Hooper Cooper basketball star adjust to this new way of playing in a new town with a new team and a new home? It might become just what he needs to propel himself forward in this redefined life. And it wouldn't be complete without a school bully causing trouble for more than Carlos, a realistic coach giving solid advice, and the possibility that the palace where they practice and play might be shut down for good. This is a quick read with an engaging team of kids who keep the story moving quickly in a variety of solid directions that will then drive the story straight into your heart, cheering all the way, the obvious hands-down winner. Finally, Homerooms and Hall Passes by Tom O'Donnell, Welcome to Brienne Belore. We're fighting for your life, practicing spells, stealing rubies, and translating ancient curses is just another day in the hood for our 5 players. They gather once a week to laugh and unwind from their usual lives by enjoying the RPG called Homerooms and Hall Passes. But unlike a usual D&D campaign, Homerooms and Hall Passes takes place in a middle school in suburbia with students you might recognize within your own student body. It's all good and serious fun until one of them unleashes a curse that flips their reality and actually drops all 5 of them into middle school with their assumed RPG personalities, now fighting to get back to Brienne Belore while trying to stomach the school's lunch choices. Read-alikes shown here have a similar feel to the titles just reviewed. If you've liked what you've read, these 3 titles are solid options for you to choose from. Elephant Secret, Eric Walters, has 13-year-old Samantha, and she's always lived at the elephant sanctuary with her father. They strive to meet the needs of her unusually large elephant family. Large mammals need large amount of monies to keep them fed and cared for, and that is definitely where the secret comes in. I'm not allowed to say any more except, animal lovers, this one's for you. And then a read-alike for Bouncing Back is I Am Not a Label by Cherry Burnell, illustrated by Lauren Mark Baldo. Features a variety of disabled artists, athletes, thinkers, and activists who are showcased along with simple page bios. Beautifully themed portraits complement the text, sure to pique your interest and find out why nothing could stop them, not even the labels often put upon them. And finally, a read-alike for Homerooms and Hall Passes, We're Not From Here, Jeff Rodkey. So your family escapes Mars, lands on another planet, and now the populace thinks you're aliens. What's not to like? Another title where switching settings brings hilarious consequences. And that concludes our January 2021 Book Bites, Middle School Morsels, Fresh Finds. Add these titles to your menu of selections and start the year off by making request on wccls.org with your library card. Be sure to look for BiblioCommons book list, and as always, thank you for your time and attention, and remember to keep on reading.